Hello everyone and welcome back to the Ability 411. It's Wednesday and I'm your host Marcy. This week we're talking about sports and what sports we've done, what we've really liked, what we haven't, what sports are out there for us wheelchair users, and how to get involved. So I'm going to start by sharing the sports that I have done and what I liked the most about them and what I didn't, and just some things about how I got involved in playing sports. My first sport of choice is rugby, aka murder ball. This is a sport that any person who plays has to have impairments in all four limbs. This is a very, very rough sport, full contact in wheelchairs, but they only let people play who have impairments in four limbs, because if we say we had a paraplegic out there who had full trunk and use of their hands and all their upper body muscles, it could probably be a little bit more dangerous than it already is. So we have to set some guidelines to follow to make it safe, if you will. I'm not going to say it's always safe, because people do fall and sometimes they get hurt. Not too bad, but it is a pretty tough sport. If any of you are interested in checking it out, you could always go to quadrugby.com. That tells you all the different teams around the United States and who the coaches are, and there is usually a contact on there. So if you're interested in maybe going out and checking out a rugby game, demo, a practice, most teams are very open to new players, and even if you just want to come to check it out. So that's a great place to go, a great resource if you're interested in rugby. My second sport of choice, which isn't so much a sport, but I do it even though I'm in a wheelchair, and it is considered a sport because people do it all the time, and that is skydiving. I love to skydive. The first time I went skydiving, I was in Mexico, and it was amazing. It was the most free feeling I have ever had, and I really enjoy it. I'm sort of a risk taker and like hardcore stuff like that. So the first time I did it, I fell in love with it, and I've done it every summer since. So that is my second sport, if you will. I think it's a sport, but maybe more just recreation to me, whereas other people, more able-bodied, it's definitely a sport to them. Other things I have tried are hand cycling, which is a bike that you propel with your hands, and I love it. I really liked it. I unfortunately don't have my own hand cycle yet, but I am in the process of trying to find one that I really like. I don't want to do this competitively. I just want to do it for the cardio. It's really good for you, and use it to take when I go with my dog for a walk, or my nephew, or just go out and go for a bike ride, just like I did before I got hurt. This time I'm just doing it sitting down. Other sports that I have tried, one other one that I really love is skiing. Downhill skiing. I have not tried water skiing, although I do get behind my parents' boat and do tubing and that kind of stuff. Again, some people think I'm crazy. I fly off and, I get back on. But downhill skiing, so much fun. Had a great time. Went out to South Dakota. It's called Ski for Light. You can also Google that, and it is in South Dakota in the Black Hills, and it's one of the most awesome events I have ever been to. It's a week long. It is for people with physical disabilities and visually impaired as well. It is awesome. It is so much fun. If you ever went downhill skiing or were a skier before, this is something you have to check out. It is safe. They have people there that know what they're doing to guide you, keep you in your comfort zone. Only thing is, as a quad, our temperature is really either you're hot or you're cold, or you're hot or you're cold. I was freezing all week. So if you do decide to go skiing, remember to bundle up. But that is another Really, really fun sport. Water skiing is another one. I haven't tried it yet. I would like to try it this summer. I do have friends that do water skiing every summer. Go out to clinics, may even have their own water ski because they really liked it. Just like, I found that rugby was my sport of choice. So I have my own rugby chair and I play in a traveling team now. And it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun. And it's a great workout and great exercise. There's tennis and basketball out there. Those sports, I like both, tennis and basketball. I played basketball before I was injured. Although tennis and basketball take a little bit more core strength than what I have. Definitely basketball. Basketball takes a lot of upper body, hands, which we all know what my hands do, and not much. So that's not a very quad-friendly sport. Now, somebody who's a paraplegic, somebody who has spina bifida, somebody who just has impairments in their lower extremities, it's a great sport for them. And even if you are a quad and you want to try it out, I'm not saying don't go and try it because I think you should try it all. I'm just saying don't get discouraged if it's not the sport that fits you, because that does happen. Sometimes you just have to find what your niche is and what's good for you. Did I ever play rugby, able-bodied rugby, before I got hurt? No, but that just happens to be the sport that I really like. So there are also sports that I didn't even know people in wheelchairs did. And I've been in a chair for 16 years. This past weekend, I went for work to the other side of the state I live in, Michigan, to the Thunder in the Valley games, which was another event for people with physical disabilities. And it was track and field, swimming, I have done swimming, hand cycling, powerlifting, archery, air rifle, everything. It was so cool. And I didn't sign up as a participant, but next year I'm definitely going to. It was so fun. And not only was it fun, hi Zelda, I met so many people that I have things in common with. And sometimes that can be the best part of getting involved in a sport. You don't have to be the best at it. You don't have to be the star. But you're with other people that have the same limitations, the same lifestyle that you are living now. And it's great camaraderie just to be around people who have to do the same things you do. Use a wheelchair for everyday use. Maybe you have to cath and do a bowel program. You can bounce things off them. How do you do this? How do you do that? And so it's more than just being involved in a sport. It's the other people around you that it just makes the rugby team I play on. We're a team, and we all can talk to each other, and if somebody's having a bad day, we lift that other person up, and it's just something really, really great to get involved in, some sort of sport. Not only is it good for you, for your health, it's good for your mind, it's good for the soul, it really is something good for somebody who's in a chair to do. I think, my opinion, to go out and try these different things and see what your niche is. I mean, like I said, I didn't think that rugby was going to be what I would be playing. I mean, I played softball, basketball, and volleyball in high school. It's definitely nothing like rugby, but I love it. I love it just as much as I loved playing those sports in high school. Am I as good at it? No. But do I have fun? And have I made a lot of friends? Absolutely. I know most of the girls that are also on this vlog, on the Ability 411, have all been surfing. I unfortunately don't live near big waves to surf on. We don't really do that in Lake Michigan. Now, if I ever get a chance to go to Florida or go out and visit Tiffany or Kumi, by all means, I'm going to Life Rolls On and I'm getting on that board. That's another great contact. If you're interested in surfing, Life Rolls On, is probably one of the #1 places to surf. And it's all on the internet. It's all out there for you. It's at your disposal. And I encourage each and every one of you out there to try something and get involved. And I know it's hard because it's not the same as it was before. It's not the same as being on your 2 feet. You know, if you were somebody who was a competitive cyclist and now you have to sit down in a hand cycle, it might be a hard pill to swallow, but you know what? There's races for hand cycles, and you could become an Olympian hand cycling. You could win all sorts of races. There's a race here in Michigan that just happened, the Fifth Third Riverbank Run, and a handful of my friends did it in hand cycles, and they did really, really good. So it's all about finding what works for you and having the attitude to go out there and I'm going to give this a try. And I know for people who are newly injured, some of these things are really, really hard to just get up and go and try as you're adjusting to life in a chair. But I'm telling you, it made a world of difference for me. And I didn't do this till very late in my injury because there wasn't a rugby team around here. I had tried other sports, but it took me a while to really find the one that fit me the best and where I feel that I fit in with this group and I have a really good time. So I encourage all of you to try something at some point. It doesn't have to be today. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. But it's something that at some point you should do. Because whether you liked the sport or not, you went out and you say, nah, didn't like it. I bet you made a new friend while you were there. And somebody that you can keep in contact with, be a Facebook friend, and bounce your bad days off them and your good days and share stories. And sometimes that's the best thing that can come out of being involved in sports. So I hope you enjoyed my segment and some of the things that I've done. If you have any questions about any of this, please email us. We all have been involved in different sports and have tried different things. And we all have resources. So please email us at theability411@gmail.com and we will get you in contact with who you need to be in contact with. Otherwise, there's always the internet and those few that I told you that you could Google Ski for Light, Life Rolls On, quadrugby.com. With that, I hope you all have a great Wednesday and I hope you enjoyed my segment. Like I said, any questions, feel free to comment or look me up on Facebook. Have a great evening. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.